I just did the unthinkable. I hit the cancel button on my ClickFunnels trial before they could charge me a car payment's worth of fees. Look, Russell at ClickFunnels is a genius, but I realized I was paying for a lifestyle brand, not a software tool that actually helps my bottom line. In this video, I'll show you 4 things: the constant upselling and lack of value for money with ClickFunnels, why paying $2,000 plus a year for a page builder is financial masochism, how ClickFunnels hacking cult has nothing to do with the success of your business, a demo comparison of System.io and ClickFunnels. One tool gets the job done fast and easily, the other doesn't, and the value of the free alternative, discovering that free or cheap doesn't mean inferior. With System.io, which is a free alternative to ClickFunnels, I've built a store, product pages, blog posts, sales funnels, and email campaigns and newsletters, all for free. I've been so impressed with how easily the tools are to use and that they just work. Click the link below to create a free-for-life System.io account. And as a thank you, I'll send you a free bonus content package worth $500 that has everything you need to get started with System.io, including a Get Started checklist, a 30-day email campaign, tried and true subject lines, and 10 free templates that you can use. So click the link below to get started. When I first signed up for ClickFunnels, I just wanted to test out creating a simple sales funnel. To get there, I was forced to give my credit card info on the free trial. By default, I was signed up for the $200 a month plan. Then, before I could even get to the dashboard, I was upsold twice. First on the free trial page to buy funnels and templates, and again to buy additional training and coaching. It's almost like ClickFunnels is solely focused on extracting as much money as possible from you, rather than just giving you a useful tool. Then, when I finally did get to building a funnel, I noticed that the tool builder takes forever to load, like easily 10 to 20 seconds on each page. The software is not that intuitive, and you really have to learn a lot of information to set up basic pages for your funnels. ClickFunnels sells theater. They sell awards, high-energy events, and one funnel away mantras. It's great for morale, but it's a distraction. You don't need to hack anything. You need a product and a way to deliver it without the software eating away your entire budget. I'd rather spend that $200 a month on ads than a dashboard that upsells me every time I log in. Also, your leads don't care about the cult. There's a weird delusion that you need a Russell-approved layout to convert. Your customers have no idea what funnel hacking is. They want a page that loads fast and looks professional. ClickFunnels templates often scream, "I'm trying to sell you a $997 course." A clean, modern approach builds more trust than a cluttered page designed by a growth hacker from 12 years ago. Now I want to show you the difference between setting up a course in ClickFunnels versus System.io. We'll start with ClickFunnels. So I've just signed into ClickFunnels and I'm here on the funnels page and I'm looking for how to create a course and I'm not quite sure. So I look over here on the left and I can see Learn and Connect, training courses. So I might click on that by accident, but this is really just information to learn how to use the software or pay for additional tools. So I'll go ahead and go back and I'm looking along the side here. I don't see where it is. And so I guess I'll just search for courses. And okay, I've somehow gotten to this page where I can click Create Course, but I don't know how to get here without searching for it. So I guess that's fine, but it just doesn't seem very organized to me. I don't have access to all the tools over here on the left. I guess I just have to search for everything. So I'll go ahead and click on Create Course, and I'll click on Simple Course, Next Step. I can add an image here, so I'll select an image. So I want to upload an image from my computer, and I looked along the left here, which is where I would normally look to find that kind of thing. But you have to kind of look over here. It's kind of cluttered with everything else, with all the other images. So I'll click Upload Images, and I'll select my business photo. Select it. I'll title this Course 1. And a quick description, I'll just put Demo Course. I can change what the page looks like. I'll just leave it how it is. Click Next Step. And it says Creating Your Course. And then I have to select if it's going to be paid or free. I'll select paid. Here I can assign a product. I'll just click Go to Course for now. And you can see Module 1 and Lesson 1 are already populated and show as published. So if I go to Lesson 1 and hit Edit Lesson, I get to a loading page. And this is taking quite a while to load. So you can see it's kind of just a blank canvas. I don't have anything to go off of. I don't really know how to make this look good. Maybe somewhere I can find some templates, but by default, I've just got a blank page and I have to start building a course basically from scratch. So I'll click Add a New Section and this pops up so I can see a lot of different templates I can use. And what I envision is having content on here that people would access once they pay for a course. And that shows all the way down here under Content Sections. And I'm scrolling through here. I don't really see exactly what I want, but I'll just click something as an example. So here I am on lesson 1. I can add more sections to this as needed. I can change the text. So you can see it's usable. You can create lessons. Over on the left, I can add audio, an image, or video. If I click add a section here, click on universal, click on blank, and select blank section. And if I look here along the left, there's lots of different things I can add in here. From here under lesson, if I go to content, there's headlines I can add bullet points, I can add a link, images, video, audio, etc. There's a lot of options here. It looks kind of labor intensive to build all this, or I have to go around searching for templates. It's not really intuitive as to how to quickly build a course page. I've got to do a lot of learning. I got to get familiar with all this software, and it's just not intuitive. Now let's switch over to System.io. Again, if you want to use this software, you can use the link below, and I'll send you the bonus content package. And I just want to show you the difference between kind of how it feels to set up a course in ClickFunnels, how there's just a lot of pages and options, and it's not very intuitive, versus the difference here with System.io. So you'll notice along the top here, it's very easy to tell what's going on. I can see under Assets, I have Courses. I click on that, click Add a New Course. I can give it a name, and I'll add a URL path. This will be launched from my custom website, which I showed how to do in a different video. For now, I'll just select the first template and click Save. And now I'll click on the course I just created, add a module, give it a name, hit Save, add a lecture, give it a name. Now there's a delay tool built in where if you want certain lectures to not be accessible until a certain amount of days later, that's where you can change this value. I'll set it to 0 right now, meaning when someone gains access to my course on day 0, they will have access to lecture 1. You can also have a feature to enable comments. I'll just leave that off for now. And then you'll see this first template is already selected. I'll just go with that and click Save. And you'll see here, it shows me grant access immediately. And there's a grayed out check mark right here, which means it's not published yet. So I have to click on the 3 dots here and click on Activate and confirm. So now this lecture is active on my site. But if I want to go in and actually edit the course content, I'll go here to my first lecture. And if I scroll through this page, I can already see I have something very usable. I've got a nice layout. The text and images are already there. Of course, I can totally revamp this. For example, I can delete the video, change all the text. And what I like about this is this default first template already has a place where you can add 6 PDFs at the bottom, or you can add other types of files. But it's nice that it's just built in that if you want to deliver a course with an ebook, for example, there's a spot you can do this. And of course, you can move it further up on the page, whatever you want to do. But it's very straightforward. If I want to add my own PDF to this page, I can click and highlight it. I'll click on this button for a click to upload, and upload a PDF file I have on my computer. Then click Insert. To change the text, I'll just highlight it, give it a new name. Let's say I want to call it Templates, and I'll leave it just like that. So the Templates part is the link, and then I have just text PDF in parentheses. When I click on play on this page, I can get a preview of the page. So in this preview, I'll scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on the link that I uploaded, and in a new tab, it's opened up this PDF. So this wasn't an actual file, this was just an example, but you could have anything you wanted here. So if you have a ebook, whatever you want to have on your course. Going back here to the editing page, I can click on this mobile icon at the top to see what it looks like in mobile view. And I'll click off of it to go back to editing. So to be clear, there's less templates and less complexity to getting up and running with a course with System.io, but it's much faster, much more intuitive. I didn't have to watch 5 tutorials to understand how to do anything basic. It just makes sense right out of the gate. As you click through things, it's very intuitive of what you need to do to build your course. So once I'm all done, let's say I was done editing this page, I'll click Save and Exit. So let's say I'm done editing the first module on my course. If I go back to courses here, I can see I had already activated a module, but I want to activate the entire course. So I'll click the 3 dots here and click on Activate, Confirm. So now this course is live. To add students to this course, I can click on the course, click on Add Student, and manually add students by name and email. And I can select the level of access that I want to give them, from full access, partial access, or drip content. So for example, if I click partial access, I can select just module 1 and select the modules that I've created that I want to grant that student access to, or I can just grant them access to everything, or I can select this last option here, which is drip content, which basically means students will get access to everything, but over time. So you can set a delay so that they won't get access to module 2 until day 2, for example, or day 7 if you want to wait a week. So that's the idea if you want to give access little by little over time. Other than adding students manually like this, you can also set up an automation role. This is at the top of the screen under Automations. click on Rules, and you can create a rule. So for example, if someone signs up with their email on your funnel page, you can set up an automation rule to automatically enroll them in your course. So here on the automation rules, if I click Create, for the trigger event, I can select Funnel Step Form Subscribed, choose a funnel I've created, and choose the opt-in page. And then for the action, I can select Enroll in a course here. On the dropdown, I'll select the course I created. And again, I have the option to do full access, drip content, or partial access, where I can select different options. But for now, I'll just select full access and hit Save Rule. And that's how easy it is to set up an automation rule so that someone is enrolled in your course as soon as they sign up through a funnel step. I want to keep this demo short, but I have created other videos that show you how to create a fully functioning funnel in System.io. And here I want to talk about the value of the free alternative. Free doesn't always mean worse. It's true that System.io is totally free to use. It requires no credit card when you sign up and has a free for life tier. It's also true that the tool just works, and it's easy to pick it up from building a store to a course to setting up sales funnels, automation rules, etc. The whole idea is that you can get your business up and running with 2,000 contacts that sign up through your sales funnel for free. By that point, you've already made money, and if you need to upgrade, you can. Obviously, System.io has to make money to stick around, but the difference between them and ClickFunnels is System.io genuinely cares about their users and wants to provide the most useful tools at the best price, starting with growing your business for free. This is the exact opposite of ClickFunnels' business model, which is to provide overly complicated and slow tools while constantly upselling you on training and add-on paid tools, along with maximizing your monthly bill. It's almost like the learning curve is artificially steep for ClickFunnels so that you have to keep buying their extra coaching. Meanwhile, System.io is modern, useful, and gets the job done, even on the free tier. The entire demo I gave on System.io today was all on the free tier, whereas with ClickFunnels, I'd have to pay a minimum of $97 a month to host my course. To get a free System.io account, click the link below. I'll send you my free bonus content package worth $500 that includes an entire 30-day email campaign, a get started checklist for System.io, tried and true subject lines to use in your campaigns, and 10 free templates, along with a link to hundreds of others. So click the link below to get started.